started. And today we've got a pretty short agenda, just a welcome and recap, some quick updates, some info about our updated website and brand, and then some room for open discussion at the end. Um, so, to start things off, I'm going to hand it over to Olivia to kick us off and go through the initial welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Olivia Moore, president of AIGA Baltimore. And we thank you for coming to our community meetings. We do this, we're aiming on trying to do this once a quarter. So that is roughly 4 times out of the year. In the beginning, we're just going to be talking about who we are and our vision and goal and motto, which is, thank you. It's the next slide. And the vision and strategy here is to provide value to the Baltimore community, design community, by making new connections between individuals and groups and ideas. Our goal is basically to be here for our communities as cheerleaders, to act as a platform for members to be able to lift their voice, have visibility, and connection through our community that we're trying to build. We're not AIGA Baltimore, but we're Baltimore's AIGA. Basically, we are here for you guys. We serve for you. If you have any ideas or any thoughts or any ways that you can connect with us on how we can grow and become better, please let us know. Our social handles are at the bottom of all of these slides, by the way. So as we're going through stuff and you want to connect, email us, talk, and any way possible, look at our website. It's in the footers below of every screen or slide. Next slide. With that being said, I want to show and meet or meet and greet, maybe. I don't know, however you want to say it. Everyone that's on the board currently. We have growing. We're growing. We're blossoming as little buds into flowers. We have what looks like, I will say, about 13 to 14 people on the board. All of their names are here. I don't want to call everybody out if they don't want to. And their titles are here. Whoever is on the call right now, you can emoji react if we're screen recording. I think we are, wave if your camera is on or anything like that. Drop some stuff down into the chat if there's anyone else other than us on the call and whatnot. But we all here and here to help and serve any way possible. All right. Into the recap. Who was am I doing the recap?
Yep, you're still doing the recap as long as that's good for you.
Oh, let's keep going. Okay, so into the recap. Design Week. Design Week was in October, like at the beginning of October-ish, from October 10th through the 17th. And our Design Week theme was kind of really focused on diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Design for everyone. This Design Week hosted about 6 in-person events and 3 virtual events, which we introduced a new virtual series called Late Creates for our evening sessions. That was awesome, by the way. And we actually heard a lot of feedback for those who attended and signed up about how accessible and great those evening sessions was. And we heard you and we understand and we see the growth. And we're so glad that you enjoyed that. Our in-person events include the opening party, idea phase, AAF paper show production, the zine workshop with Jennifer, a book talk with Omari, and our closing party. And then we had our Late Create series, the Pathway to Freelancing, with 2 of our very own board members, Jonathan and Denoy. We had Meet Firefly with Paul from Adobe, and the Woman of Wonders designing cosplay with Jeannie. And they were so good. And I think the next slide is pictures from that. Yes, right. Lovely. Look at these pictures. It's great. I enjoyed it. After Design Week, we was like, yeah, let's have another event. Let's keep this thing going. We had um the Women Working in Design panel that was led by Samantha. Shout out to Samantha. She is our interactive web chair. She had a brilliant idea of putting this session together, just keeping that momentum going in the fall. And we were able to partner with Spark Baltimore, and that's where the panel was at. And then she was able to bring in five wonderful ladies to talk about their experience within the design work field and industry. And then we just had a little chat session about all of the things that was coming up and what people were thinking and a little interaction with discussion. But it was so, so good. It sold out. That's how great it was. We had to cap it at 80 tickets. So, yes, all 80 was accounted for by the time that we capped the event. So shout out to everyone that attended. Special shout out to Samantha. Um, and yeah, I think this was definitely a one. We just started this event, and that was just based off of what Samantha wanted to do. But we had great reviews off of this one, and maybe that's just something that we might continue to have spaces and discussion like this coming into 2026 and see how that goes.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Olivia. We've had a lot of great stuff going on. I was completely in awe of Design Week and how many things this team accomplished. And then to follow that up with the Women in Design panel, which was just such an affirming space full of positivity. It made me so happy to see so many people come out and enjoy that experience together. So I can't wait for what's next. And speaking of what's next, we have some updates for you guys on upcoming events, goings on, everything related to AIGA Baltimore. So, first up, wanted to share that our Flux competition is coming up again next year. Submissions just closed actually the night of the Women in Design panel, I believe, with 646 entries, which is amazing. Congrats to the Flux team for that milestone. And don't forget to mark your calendars for the award reception. That's going to be at Be More Art on February 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. And finalists for the competition are going to be notified so that they can make any arrangements to attend. Personally, even if you have already applied, if you didn't apply, if you're not planning to apply, still check out the website because it is so, so gorgeous. Little snippet of the design this year in the slides. Just a beautiful website all around, and it's going to be a fantastic competition and a really great reception. Hopefully, we'll see you guys there. Next up, another one of our annual events, Ink and Pixels. So I'm very excited to share that we have a venue announcement for this one. This is going to be the A. Hohen and Co. Lithograph Building, and the event is officially taking place on April 25th of 2026. So it's going to be a really busy late winter to early mid-spring for us. And we will be sharing more updates soon. I have not been to this venue yet, but it looks absolutely stunning. It is a like historical lithography building, which is such a great place to be holding a creative and inspiring day conference like Ink and Pixels. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled for more information. Lots more to come soon. And again, hope to see you there. Another really exciting announcement is that we are going to be launching our mentorship program. It's going to be called Be More Linked, and it's going to be launching in summer of next year. So we're going to make our way through the winter, through the spring, and then dive into this mentorship program. So this is by creators, it's for creators, And it's really focused on helping emerging talent grow within the design community here in Maryland by connecting them with other amazing local professionals. So participants are going to strengthen their networking skills, upgrade their portfolios, build confidence, get their burning questions answered, hopefully get some interview tips, all of the great things that they need to be successful and let their creativity shine. So the goal of the program is to place every mentee with an experienced mentor in the field. And we're really, really excited to be bringing this to AIGA Baltimore. I have participated in other AIGA mentorship programs as both a mentor and a mentee. And I can say it was just like a truly incredible experience for me. I feel like I learned just as much mentoring as I did being mentored. So if you're interested in being a mentor or a mentee, please keep an eye out. And in the meantime, if you have any questions or you want some more information, please reach out to Denoy, who's going to be running this program. And that's Denoy at baltimore.aiga.org, right there on the slide. Denoy, so excited for this. Really looking forward to it. And I can't wait to rejuvenate the community and build more connections. All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand things over to Jonathan to talk about all things new with our web presence, our brand, our digital ecosystem, lots more good updates.
Well, thankfully, you won't have to hear me talk the entire time because I'm going to hand it over to Olivia and Drew to talk about the design and brand refresh. But I did want to quickly just touch on the new website. So we launched the new website a couple weeks ago, soft launched. It's officially launching now as of this meeting. We're really excited. Wanted to make a design that matched the sort of vibe of Baltimore a little bit better. And Drew will talk a little bit more about that with the brand part. And Olivia will talk about that a little bit more with the web design itself. But I did want to say donations are now a big feature of the website because we need help running all of this awesome stuff we do and making it as accessible as possible for our community. So we've launched a new donation page where we're asking for direct funds to help sort of offset the costs of all of our initiatives that you've heard about tonight. We're going to continue making these incredible offerings to the Baltimore community and strengthen all of our ties, and we're looking for corporate partnerships and donors to help support that. So our website will feature all of our events, all of our content. Drew just did an amazing write-up about our brand and sort of the evolution of that, as well as Samantha did a write-up just about the women working in design event and how well that went. So keep up with all of our goings on the new site, and we're really excited for you to check it out. I'm not going to get into the boring detailed stuff. I'm enough of a nerd to know that people don't want to hear me talk about PHP code. But if you do have any specific questions, you can email both Samantha and I at web@baltimore.aiga.org, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have. I think that's a good transition over to Olivia to just talk about the design a little bit more. I was just in charge of coding it. She's the one that really brought the design to life using the new brand elements. So I'm going to pass it over to her.
Okay, I'm back to talk some more. So this was a in-stage process. So again, you heard that Jonathan did all of the coding in the background, which we are so thankful for him. But the phases before we even got to him was more about like, why are we doing this? What is the point of us doing all of this? Where we're trying to go? These elements that you see on the page about how the design that was being like incorporated in comes from the style guide that was designed by Jill Pree, which is our vice president. She can't talk right now because her voice is not great. But it was like a combination with her style guide. We have the write-up from our communications director, Drew, of like the actual wording and the voice that we were trying to get to with this website, and rolling that out. I mean, it was a combination of a lot of different members into making this happen. So it's a journey. It's a journey. But initially, this refresh is basically just a start to add some life back into what we're trying to stand for AIGA Baltimore and what we're trying to do with our community locally. And we wanted to add a little bit of color. We all know that Baltimore has a lot of color, has a lot of graffiti, has a lot of life and a lot of story. And we were seeing that it wasn't necessarily being projected in a lot of materials and digital appearances that we were taking space in. So we made it our mission during our term between 2024 into now, and to try to slow launch this out and try to add a little bit more color to that. And that is what you will see or are seeing if you are going to our website while you're listening to this or live on the chat right now. Is what you're seeing when you go through with the different colors, the digital elements and slight animations and little things like that to keep you guys activated on how you can get particular resources and how you can get certain information that you need from us.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. I was going to kick it over to Drew.
Yeah, I was about to do that. I was about to say, if there's anything that I haven't already said, Drew, you can go a little bit more depth into like the voice behind all of this. And then Dilpreet, if you want to give a little information of the style guide and design elements and everything, you can drop it into the chat. We're not going to make you talk, but if you want to add your little spill, you can do that too.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you two pretty much covered it for the most part, but yeah, the idea behind the brand refresh was just to, kind of reinvigorate what we see in Baltimore and wanted to have a much more bolder and a colorful look. So that was really kind of the foundation on how we wanted to start the brand refresh. But yeah, I think we pretty much covered it all. Fun little fact, it's been about 8 years since we actually updated our initial brand. The initial brand was started around 2016, so that's a huge gap. So it was a really fun project to work on, and I'm really excited on what the future holds for us.
Thank you both. I just want to plug Drew's article one more time because it really goes in depth about sort of the history of Baltimore's brand and AIGA Baltimore's brand and how we've evolved, and put a lot of work in that. So it's a really great read. You should definitely check it out.
I know we've sort of been talking about the website and the brand together, but is there anything else you guys wanted to say about the website? Maybe some PHP facts.
No one wants to hear PHP facts. But give us money because we need it, and we want some corporate sponsors too to help us keep all of our programming going. Our corporate sponsors really do help us get our materials in front of your eyes and help us fund the events that we do and give us spaces and things like that. So really looking forward to expanding that in the near term. Thanks.
Thank you guys so much. I can cover this part unless Olivia, you wanted to jump in, or I don't know if Denoy is here, but we now have our new Slack community, which was mentioned with the website refresh. So if you're not aware, Slack is a ubiquitous professional platform, also very widely used by people in tech, marketing, design, where a lot of our careers intersect. And if you're not familiar with it, this is a great way to get familiar with it by supporting, our community as we try to build our culture. We have developed some innovative channels to challenge creativity, share tips, provide advice, give updates, details, opportunities regarding all things AIGA Baltimore and Baltimore creative community. And we are, now excited to invite you in. So join our Slack through our website, baltimore.aiga.org, and come be a part of something amazing. I'm really excited about this and really looking forward to making more connections online and hopefully bringing a lot of those in person with some of our cool upcoming events. Next up, Olivia, do you want to talk about the open positions that are available?
Sure can. So as we're going through a lot of events and we're connecting with our community, we're showing up, we're showing face, we're trying to have our own revival, as you will, with AIGA Baltimore in the community. A lot of questions that's always asked is how can we get involved? What can we do? Along with the Slack community that we're opening, once you join in, there's going to be a channel in there that is labeled volunteer, where you're able to join, and a lot of our opportunities with volunteers and figuring out other ways that you can support us will be dropped in that particular channel. So if you are very eager to try to volunteer, make sure you again sign up for that Slack and then look for that channel called volunteer and drop in and let people know that you are here to help in any way possible. Outside of volunteering, if you want to take it up even more of a notch and you have the time and the willpower to be behind the actual programming, coordination, and planning of these particular events that we have, the best way to do that is being part of the board. As of right now, we have the education chair that's open, and we have a treasurer position that is open that we're actively looking for. We also have a thing called the letter of commitment that on our website, if you look at the board, you'll have some the open positions available there. You can click in and get a little bit more information about what we expect for these roles. And if there's anything that you don't see or you feel like there's not a board position for, or you have some other ideas of how you want to get involved or work or whatever the case may be, we have our general email, which is info@baltimore.aiga.org, where you can send your thoughts to us, and we can open it in our board meetings and have this discussion about what the community is actually asking for. But as of right now, the active board positions that we're looking for is the education chair and treasurer.
Thank you, Olivia. Amazing. All right. Yeah, definitely reach out to our email if you have any questions about these positions, or, check in with us on Slack. Next up, just want to shout out our member resources. We've got a lot of amazing ones. AIGA has exclusive job postings. We have discounted events and conferences, as well as discounted professional development opportunities, and free on-demand opportunities as well, like webinars. And there are definitely ways to connect beyond AIGA Baltimore with community members nationwide. Drew, do you have anything else you want to add about the member resources?
No, those were the main ones that I would say are beneficial for becoming a member. So I think you pretty much covered it.
Awesome. Yes. Membership is amazing. Been an AIGA member for a long time, and really grateful to be a part of such an amazing organization. So next up, we have our open discussion portion. I don't know if we have anyone on the call who wants to, open up, ask any questions, share any feedback, provide suggestions. That's really what this time is for. So I'm going to open the floor if anyone has anything that they want to share. And as we said before, you can always reach out to us on Slack, via email. But we love suggestions, feedback, questions, definitely partnership opportunities, as Jonathan mentioned. The more people invest in this community, the stronger it is, and the more we can give back. So any way that you are able to participate is a way that you can help strengthen our group. And I think one more time gone. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. Please connect with us. We are at AIGA Baltimore on social media. We use the hashtag BeMoreAIGA. Our main email is info@baltimore.aiga.org. And our website is baltimore.aiga.org. And at the very least, please check out our website. It's so beautiful. Everyone did an amazing job with the brand refresh, the website refresh, all of the goodies, the Slack channel you can join from there, the donations page. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. That's everything. All right. We are good to go, you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting. Dilpreet, I'll go ahead and get that recording from you, and I'll send it out to the community